Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about Good Times by Chic on the bass. And so there's a few things about this song just to start off with. So I'll start with the scale of the song, and the scale is called E Dorian. Okay, so we're going to start on the E string, and you're going to play the 2nd fret on the E string, 3rd fret, and then the open A, 2nd fret A, 4th fret A, open D, and then 2nd fret D. So it's and that's kind of going to be the basis for the whole riff. So the thing about this song is that the rhythms are all pushed, and what I mean by that is when we're thinking about funk music, a lot of the time it would be 16th notes. So just to break down different types of rhythms, so you've got quarter notes, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 8th notes, which is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we've got 16th notes, which is 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Now this riff is it's broken down between 8th notes and 16th notes. And quarter notes actually, so I'll start with the first one. So it's just 4 quarter notes on its own. So 1, 2, 3. Alright. And then after we've done that, now we're pushing the 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a. So we've got two E notes, then 2nd fret, 3rd fret. So we're basically just going to be going up the Dorian scale in 8th notes. So the first one's pushed, but the rest of it is just straight 8th notes. So yeah, let's just try that first bit really slowly. So the last bit is the open D and 2nd fret D. So open E, 2nd fret E, 3rd fret E, open A, 2nd fret A, 4th fret A, open D, 2nd fret D. So now we'll move on to the next bit. So let's just practice that first bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So one thing about this run that I think is quite important is you want to make sure that you do the run alternately, so that you land on an index finger. So you start with index finger and then just alternate. I don't know if you can see my right hand there. So the first 3 notes I'm kind of like a bit easy about. If you can do it, you could do it with one finger, boom, boom, boom. Or you could go 1, 2, 3. You could alternate. It's up to you, that bit. But the next run, I think it's quite important to start on that index finger and alternate. Because what it does is it leaves you able to, we call it raking, to rake onto the next string, which basically in guitar it's kind of like sweep picking, where you slide onto that open D string. So you've played the 2nd fret G, and we're going to slide onto that D string. Because you can use alternate between them 2 strings, but I find it a bit harder. It's easier in my book if you just slide it down like that. So just practice for a while. So your finger, I don't know if you can see it, but you're playing the note and it's moved onto that next string, so you're touching it before you're playing it. So yeah, just practice that for a bit. Okay, so far we've got now again the same thing applies as the first. You can either do it with one finger or two fingers, kind of up to you, and that's just the open A string. Okay, so just go up to this video, just pause it if you need to, because there's quite a lot of stuff there, and just mainly practice that, the run up. All right. One thing I will say is, I'm sure there's a lot of people that play this lick in different ways. So this is purely just how I do it. Not saying that it's like one size fits. Like some people will say alternate all the way. Some people say, oh, you're starting on this finger here, and so this isn't an exact representation. This is just sort of my way of doing it, and I'm sure it's not exactly like the original bass player either. But yeah, just to clarify that. Okay, so that's the end bit. I was never too sure about how the end 3 notes go, but it's something around that, I think. So now we're going to do we're going to play open A twice, and then go to the 4th fret on the D string, and we're going to rake again with our index finger back down to the string. So just practice that for a bit. Once you've got that movement going, move on to the next bit. You're going to go 5, 4 on that D string. So just practice that slow. 3, 4. If you need to go slower, whoops. 3, 4. Okay, and then we've got, I mean, again, this bit I find a bit ambiguous. I never, my ears couldn't fully work it out, but you're just basically going to go open A, then open E, and then a hammer on 2nd fret to 3rd fret on E. So it's just, what you want to do is also make sure that your left hand is muting. Once you've played that A string, make sure that you use your left hand to just mute the string like this, and then it's just one hit and then hammer on, hammer on. So practice that for a bit. So that whole bit. That was a bit sloppy. Cool. So yeah, that's basically the whole riff, and it just repeats that all the way through. So all together. So yeah, that's the whole thing. And if you need to go back and just pause little bits every now and again, that's absolutely fine. Just do whatever you need to get it, just to get it done really. And like I said, this might not be the exact version of it, but it's one that I think you'll be able to use and you'll be able to potentially get by on a gig. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions, and thank you. Take care.